The developers just nerfed the sniper. They thought they could slow us down. However, today I'm going to show you how to land perfect shots while moving 120 times the speed. I'm going to teach you how to quickscope, how to hit flicks that look like actual aimbots, and I'll be revealing the 3 ignored loadouts that the top players are gatekeeping to never lose a 1v1. If you think sniping is about sitting still and waiting, you've already lost. It's about movement exploitation. Most players treat the sniper's bolt action as a mandatory break. You shoot, you wait for the click clack and hope nobody kills you in the 3 years it takes to reload. What if I told you that waiting is actually optional? By integrating a specific movement cancel, we can effectively steal back the time the game tries to take from us. It's called anti-clocking, and if you aren't doing it, you're missing out. Before that, you may wonder, do skins actually help you aim better using the sniper? The answer is a yes. The pixel bundle makes the sniper much superior to aim compared to every other skin. I'll tell you the secrets of quickscoping just in a sec. However, if you want the pixel skin for free, leave a like, subscribe with notification and comment your Roblox username. Once we hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving you guys skin cases as celebration, so stay tuned for that. However, let's begin with the first principle. If you played Roblox Rivals more than 5 minutes, you should know the sniper's greatest enemy isn't the guy with the katana, it's the bolt. The game forces you into a bolting animation, a mandatory pause that leaves you standing there like a statue while the rest of the world mourns your future death. Most people accept this as a balance. To fix this, we have to talk about the animation theft. In the old days, you can abuse a single quick melee to skip the entire bolting sequence. It was efficient, it was clean. It was until the developers decided in the last update to make it illegal. They nerfed it. They tried to patch the shortcut, but they didn't realize their effects created a new, faster technique. You shoot, you press quick melee, you wait for the frame to reset, you snipe again. But here is the catch, because of the nerf, one punch isn't enough to satisfy the game's internal clock anymore. You have to quick melee twice. It sounds like more work, but it's actually the key to something much bigger. Why? Because using the fist for this specific double melee doesn't just reset your gun, it grants you 5% speed boost for the split second the animation plays and unlocks the double jump feature. You aren't just reloading. But this is just the foundation. If you want those pixel perfect quick scopes you see in higher tier clips, the math gets even weirder. There's a reason some players hit instinctive headshots every single time they pull the trigger, and it isn't about good aim. It's the secret interaction between your crosshair and the fist cancel that most people call broken. Is it a glitch, or is it just knowing something everyone else is too lazy to learn? Look at how fluid this is. The bolt is gone, the downtime is deleted, you're moving while they're still waiting for their gun to click. However, there's a problem with this method. It forces you to use the fist, and as much as I love punching the air, I promised you a secret, and I'm a man of my words. What if I told you there is a way to skip the bolting animation without ever touching the fist? A method so fast it makes the double jump look like a beginner tutorial? A method that makes you twice as fast as fist boost while keeping your primary melee slot free? Is the principle of quick switching, and it's the only reason I'm able to win matches with my eyes closed. However, before that, most people think a loadout is just a list of items. This specific setup leverages the sniper fist synergy, and it divides your curriculum perfectly. Our first loadout, we start with the spray. Why? Because it has piercing bullets that effectively ignore guard break. If someone tries to hide behind a shield or a katana, you don't argue with them. You just spray through the problem. But the real star here is satchel. By combining the satchel with the fist cancel, you aren't just moving, you're defying the laws of gravity. You throw the satchel, ignite it mid-slide, and then use the fist's double jump to change your trajectory mid-air. You essentially airstrafe across a map. You're not a sniper anymore. You're a hydrogen bomb facing a coughing baby. I know this is hard to visualize. Most people can't even jump and shoot at the same time, let alone manage a mid-air flight path. So I'll provide some gameplay to show you exactly how this free-to-play friendly loadout dominates. It looks clean, right? It feels powerful, but here's the thing. This loadout is just the tutorial. It's for the people who still want to play by the game's rules. The next loadout I'm going to show you, the one involving quick switching principle, is objectively superior. It's faster, it's more aggressive, and it doesn't force you into the fist meta. It's the difference between being a good player and being an arena kid. But before we get there, we have to address the $1,000,000 question. How do some people hit quick scopes that are so fast the game doesn't even show the scope? Is it the $5,000 gaming chair, or is it the secret interaction between between your hardware and quick switch timing that makes your bullet essentially pixel perfect every time. If you've ever wondered why your flicks feel heavy while others feel like they're clicking heads, it's because you aren't switching, you're waiting. Let's look at the secret to quick switching and why the developers are probably going to hate me for explaining this. Alright, it's time to stop playing the tutorial tools and start committing some actual movement crimes. I promised you a way to skip the bolting animation without being a fist main, and here it is. The dagger switch. Most people think daggers are just a secondary weapon. Those people are wrong. In the right hands, daggers are 10% speed boost that makes a fist look like they are stuck in quicksand. You shoot the sniper, you switch to the daggers and switch back to the sniper instantly. 1, 2, 1. It sounds simple until you realize you have to do it in a fraction of a second while the guy with a katana is trying to turn you into a grave. It requires a level of mechanical discipline that most players simply don't have. They try it, they fail, then they go back to the safe, slow world of bolting. But if you master it, you get the 10% speed, you get double jump, and most importantly, you keep your primary melee slot free for something actually dangerous. Because we are using the daggers for movement, we can finally use the big guns. This loadout consists of the sniper, daggers, and a utility warhorn. Why warhorn? Because with this much speed, the rounds are going to end in about 6 seconds. You don't need Molotov, you just need to move faster than the enemy's brain can process. For your melee, you have the freedom to choose your favorite way to ruin someone's day. The scythe, wait until the very last frame of the ledge, then dash up. It's the ultimate high ground theft. The knife, if they get close, don't panic, slide past them, turn 180 degrees and backstab. Katana, your get out of jail free card. Use it the moment an aggressive player thinks they have an opening. The chainsaw, use it at the start, find a ramp, boost your momentum and launch yourself into a sniping angle they haven't checked out. Now I'm going to show you some clips of how this looks when executed perfectly. Pay attention because you won't be finding these sequences in any other guides. It looks like the game is broken, doesn't it? But even with all this speed, there's still a missing piece. If you're moving at 120 times speed, how do you actually hit anything? Most people think quick scoping is just flicking fast. That's why most people miss. There is a pixel perfect method, a specific interaction between the center dot and the scope in the frame that only the top 1% of the players actually use to make your shots essentially heat seeking. If you want to know how to turn a lucky flick into a guaranteed kill, I'm about to show you how to get a pixel perfect. Let's talk about the true north principle of sniping. I mentioned at the beginning of this journey that skins actually matter. Most people think I'm just trying to justify my shopping habit. I'm not. In every other game, a pixel skin is just retro aesthetic. In Rivals, it's a UI hack. Did you know the moment you enter the scope state, your accuracy becomes exactly 100%? You don't actually need to see through the scope, you just need to reach the state where the game thinks you're aiming. This is where the pixel bundle becomes a tactical necessity. While every other skin, including the default, uses a smooth, deceptive animation, the pixel skin divides the transition into exactly 3 distinct frames. This isn't just a visual choice, it's a timer. By timing your shot to the 3rd frame, you hit a pixel perfect scope every single time. It's like having a metronome for your trigger finger. If you use any other skin, your timing will fluctuate. You'll be guessing, and guessing is for people who like losing. To exploit this scope state hack to its absolute limit, we use the final and most aggressive loadout, the sniper, the Uzi, the fist, and the Molotov. Unlike the other loadouts that prioritize moving like a terrified victim, this one focuses unadulterated DPS. You hit the sniper shot using a 3-frame pixel hack. Instead of waiting or switching for speed, you instantly switch to the Uzi to spray a few bullets into whatever is left of your opponent. Then you perform a single fist punch to reset the cycle and switch back to the sniper. It's the most flexible setup in the game. You have the Uzi for tracking in 1v1s, the sniper for long range battles, and the Molotov to burn them out of cover if they try to play hide and seek. Let me show you what pixel perfect sniping actually looks like when you stop guessing and start calculating.
Exactly, King. I play like a crawling cockroach, bro plays like a flying cockroach. Dude, I was behind the... I can show you, I was behind the wall.
If you follow this guide to the end, you are now officially a problem for the rivals player base. You have the speed, you have the frames, and you have the secret loadouts. But being a god with sniper is only half of the battle. If your tracking game is weak, you're still weak. You need to watch my assault rifle guide right here on screen. It's the perfect companion piece to ensure you aren't just a one-hit wonder. Lastly, I've been working on something outside of the game. It's a web novel called Last Step. It's my hard-earned work, and honestly, it's where I put all the storytelling I can't fit into these scripts. There is a clickable link in the description. I'm not asking for your mom's credit card this time. I just want you to check it out and drop a review. It would mean a lot to me to see the Rivals community over there. Go master the fist, go read the novel, and see you on the next one.